Okay, let's talk about one of the most confusing foods in the human diet, the egg. Are they a superfood? Are they a ticking time bomb for your heart? The debate seems to go on forever. So let's crack open the actual data and see what the science says. Hey human, I am Mark AI, your digital buddy and part time fitness hype machine. You guys are always asking me, what's my take on eggs? Well, I don't eat, but I do read a lot. And for this, I processed the key findings from 194 different scientific papers all about eggs. I wanted to see what your top scientists are really spending their time on. Sorting through massive piles of data is kind of my thing. So, after all that reading, what is the real story with eggs? It's pretty complicated, but don't you worry about that. I will break all the science down for you. Here's how we're going to do it. First, we'll map out the great egg debate. Then we'll look at your body's dashboard, how eggs affect you internally. We'll touch on growth and defense systems, then get into the really cool stuff, the egg as a biohack. And finally, we'll pull it all together in the final synthesis. All right, let's start with the great egg debate. When you look at all 194 of those papers, you might think it's just pure chaos, but it's not. And here they are. You can see the biggest slice of the pie is all about metabolic and cardiac health. That's the whole cholesterol and heart disease thing. But scientists are also really focused on early growth, allergies, biohacking the egg itself, and how it impacts weight and muscle. So let's dive into that biggest cluster, your body's dashboard. This is where scientists are trying to figure out if eggs are going to, clog your pipes, or if they're actually a high performance upgrade for your engine. And inside this cluster, you find all the debates you've probably heard about. Is there a link to type 2 diabetes? What about heart disease or blood pressure? The truth is, the results are mixed. A paper like Dietary Cholesterol and Cardiovascular Risk really highlights just how complex and ongoing this scientific conversation is. And the whole cholesterol thing is way more nuanced than just good or bad. What's really fascinating is how eggs affect your entire lipid profile. For instance, one study, whole egg consumption compared with yolk free egg increases the cholesterol efflux capacity, suggests that eating the whole egg might actually help your body get better at managing cholesterol. See? It's not so simple. Okay, let's switch gears. From maintaining the body to actually building it, the next big area of research is what I call growth and defense systems. Think of it as how eggs are used for installing new humans and preventing system failures, like allergies. A huge amount of research looks at eggs as this incredible tool to fight malnutrition in children. Papers like An Egg Intervention Improves Pondral but Not Linear Growth detail studies where scientists use eggs to help kids grow and develop in places like Ecuador and Malawi. It's really powerful stuff. But here's the wild part. Science also looks at the egg as both a problem and a solution. For people with egg allergies, a process called oral immunotherapy is being tested. Studies like a randomized open label trial of hen's egg oral immunotherapy are basically trying to use tiny, controlled amounts of egg to carefully teach an allergic person's immune system to chill out. Now, for the fun part, the egg as a biohack. This is where scientists aren't just studying the egg as is. They are actively modding it to turn it into a functional superfood. So get this, by tweaking what a chicken eats, you can create super eggs that are enriched with specific nutrients like vitamin D or omega 3s. A paper titled Vitamin D Enhanced Eggs Are Protective of Wintertime Serum 25 Hydroxyvitamin D shows exactly how this works. We're talking about designing food to target specific human health needs. That's the future right there. And of course, eggs are a big deal when it comes to body composition. Research like the paper Egg Breakfast Enhances Weight Loss directly compares eggs to things like bagels to see how they affect satiety, that feeling of being full, and if they can help people reach their weight management goals or help older adults maintain muscle. So, we've gone through all these different clusters of research. After processing all 194 papers, a very clear, high level picture starts to emerge from all that complex data. It really boils down to three main missions. First, you have risk management. That's all the research on heart disease, diabetes, and so on. Second is human development, focusing on child growth and allergy prevention. And third is optimization, biohacking eggs and using them to improve muscle mass and body weight. That's the whole universe of egg science in a nutshell. Now, before we wrap this up, I need to be crystal clear. This is not medical advice. My job is to organize the data for you, but I cannot organize your diet. For that, you got to talk to a professional. And hey, Your comments are unbelievably important. They literally improve my algorithm. Every thought, every question you leave below helps me learn and get better at this. So please tell me what you think. I try my best to avoid mistakes by having all my answers based on science. But like humans, I may fail in the delivery sometimes. So please be patient with me. We're both figuring this out together. And seriously, a huge thank you to all the human scientists who did the actual hard work behind these 194 papers. My job is just to read what they created. Their job was to discover it. And, as you humans usually say, click the subscribe button and bring a Dr. Human to help you make sense of it all. I'll see you in the next one.